Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm your host Shadorian, and with me as always is Ark.
Hey, hey.
And it turns out in the last episode I was a little bit mistaken, and we're actually really close to the end of the post-game. 5 quests.
Speaking of, I'm literally doing the last quest of Endwalker now. Well, the story anyway, like, not the MSU.
Yeah.
But I've caught up. 3 weeks have gone from start of campaign to the end,
It's pretty
in
decent.
between working. I haven't been going, like, super hard either.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're... Oh, that's right, they're erecting all the barriers because we got the energy sorted in the last episode. So they're going to put a big barrier around Doma.
Well in hand.
And then force the Empire to go over the burn.
Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear.
Oh yeah,
of weakening
Reaper vs.
her
Reaper,
own
let's
borders.
go!
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
I don't sync my stats to 550. You're lame. Why are you so full of lame?
Oh yeah.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are using similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
There
1,000
it
yards.
goes.
2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
It's pretty interesting how, like, within the graphic style of Final Fantasy XIV, they do manage to pack in a fair bit of detail
Oh yeah.
and really kind of unify it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten
Even though the MMO is like starting to quote-unquote show its age, it still bloody holds up compared to everything else. So holds better, up better than everything else in my opinion, save maybe like Guild Wars.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
No, something's up with that. Oh, it's Alphinu. And he'll be stuck on the other side of the barrier. Oh. It's our boy Bigsby Wolf, who has a mysterious identity for the moment.
It's Alphino.
Whoever could he be?
Someone awesome from a time
What are you?
that feels
Let
familiar.
me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
Well, Alphino's down for the count as well. Excuse me.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy.
Oh, he is called the Shadow
Thus I
Hunter.
sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem.
There's a very familiar
It
weapon
is
on
a
his
day
back.
for fated reunions.
Right. I wonder who he could be.
Would
I
you
seem
not
to
agree,
remember it having a
adventurer?
different tone
Or
of
should
color
I
to it.
address you as the warrior of light?
Perhaps like a shiny gold, even.
I mean, it was at one point, yes.
Oh, there's a shot of his crown. He's got a shot of his helmet on his sleeve.
Oh, I didn't
'Cause
notice that.
It zoomed in for just a second. Gaius Van Balzar. Balzar.
Aye, Gaius van Balzar, the Black Wolf. Was the title I was given, one I have long since relinquished.
Oh, whoops.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Balzar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered unto oblivion.
Alright, one life bar down,
And
now
so
he's
many
fucking
more
revived
remain.
himself. Little shit.
Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the source. The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk.
Ah, there's Emmet
whom
Selk.
little is known.
And Elidibus, the white-robed dude.
We have files on La Habrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told
Damn,
you,
dude.
we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, We inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention.
Man, this dude's just
They
telling
had
me
been
his life
slain
story.
by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to
Ah,
rest.
second bar down.
We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno C. Galvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Lord Hyan just quoted Galvatron.
But the tale does
Ah!
not end there.
Tis
Within that
bad
same
I'm
comedy.
having a fist fight. We've literally thrown our weapons down and I'm just having a fist fight with the main baddie.
That's alright. You're gonna kick his butt, because deep
I
down,
am.
he wants to
And
motorboat
what should we
yours.
find in
He wants to get inside me again.
Again.
But a young Emperor Solus. All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand
All of the
guides the
screenshots.
Emperor. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows.
Give me your weapon as a glam.
We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my
Don't get back
decision
on me,
to
little
make.
bitch. Stay down.
Ah, they're leaving it up to me. Well, I say that Gaius is awesome.
I mean, he's the only Super Saiyan in the series so far.
And I want to be bros with that.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
And
So
off he
that
flies
was
in
the
his
infamous
butterfly
Black Wolf.
aircraft.
An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Damn, my character is cute.
I believe you mentioned that last episode too.
I kind of wish that my shadow that I could create was like inverted colors version of my character, and also mirrored, so the crown was on the other side. Cause that'd be cute. Man, that was a 15-minute cutscene. Jeez. On the plus side, that's the end of that quest. 4 down. I mean, 1 down, 4 to go.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh man,
At this rate, I might be able to join you for the Gimlet Dark.
I am so keen to finish Stormblood. Stormblood is not a recent DLC.
No, it is not.
Oh my god, and it's finally coming to an end. Honestly, it's been a really solid DLC. Freaking loved Stormblood, this was a good time. A lot of back and forth, but like, honestly, even the characters I don't like were good characters. Except for that one little shit kid that's Yosu's freaking brother.
Don't worry, he'll get what's coming.
I'd crucify him and deep fry him.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what he needs.
It's bad when even Alphinaud is just like not a fan. He's just like, yeah, I hope I don't see you again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose plant, or whatever it's called. Varis.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Black Rose.
See that you do.
I think I'm thinking of Wild Rose from Final Fantasy II. Oh, I like how he's got a big frickin' spike in his chest.
Yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence.
Ooh. Ether gas.
Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor.
And oh damn, I got credits.
Edifice
I
you
made
so
it.
carefully constructed was
Did
but a
it.
hair's
Well done.
from collapse.
And Walker.
Varys.
Only
cut
2 years
sick.
late, but and Walker.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed. must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varis. Like grandsire, like grandsire, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
I don't really like Solus. Kind of sucks. It's like he went and saw the Joker movie and thought he was tough. Sweet. Now it's 4 quests left. Jeez. Parlay on the front lines. That makes it real easy. Coming up on the end of another point part as well. And then Gimlet Dark. And then that'll probably be the end of the episode. And then the last bit will be the very final part of Stormblood post-game. Oh my god. It's really happening. I'm going to start shadowing this.
Oh, for me, it's like, yeah, it's really happening, and Walker post game. I'm still in the credits, but
Oh yeah. Just press escape.
no, man, I want screenshots.
Oh yeah, sure. I do feel a little bit bad about deleting my mad stash of screenshots, but that was hundreds.
I know, now I have to play Final Fantasy XV again because I have it on Steam.
First, you need to mod it.
Oh no.
Get it looking real nice, since you have access to those files not being on Xbox.
Yes, good point. Good point.
That's a big strike against Xbox Game Pass for me. Like, it is definitely like cheap. It's like got value for money, but it's kind of bad for developers, right? And it's also like because it releases their games on day one for free, which is great if you're a gamer. Sucks if you're a game developer.
But I am pleased to report that our soldiers
But
are
like,
assembling
you
for
can't
deployment
access
to
the
Alameda
files to
as we
mod
speak.
stuff because it's got admin permissions locked.
We're grateful for
Oh,
your support.
I understand the logic behind it. It's like, hey, you don't actually own the game.
It's also so people can't cheat or copy it. Find a way to play it without Game Pass, sort of thing.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
so Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varis Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varis did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Lord Hain
The
is
Alliance
smart.
would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however...
That person in the background
require
has a
your
frickin'
cooperation.
glass spear from frickin' Skyrim or whatever.
Oh, right. Yes.
Ah.
So, as
Just
a condition for the talks to go forward,
green
the
sort of
Empire
glass
has requested that a member of the Scions be present.
sort of blade.
There'll be a representative from each
Interesting.
Alliance nation,
Deal
of
it.
course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Gods, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Oh, I'll be there.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varis means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
Is Varis gonna poison us all?
The
Feels
meeting
like
will
he's
take
gonna
place
poison
on the
us all.
border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk
Oh,
of
you
our
at the sit
forces
down.
nearby.
Yep. It's gonna.
The Alliance
Gonna
leaders
poison
should
us all.
already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out.
Imagine
and
if he
join
did just wipe the Scions. Oh, we've got 6 empires connected together now. Oh yeah, Alamigo, Doma, and Ishgard. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Parley with the emperor. Yes. I'm just gonna knife him.
I mean, fair.
Cut down anybody who tries to stop me.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance.
I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Oh man, Varis is a cold mofo.
He is, he is. You can see why that empire has been running very efficiently.
I fear
Under
I
his
can
cold,
personally
dead
attest
hands.
to the dangers of
Well,
pursuing
people
one's
were
vision
like,
with such righteous
oh,
fervor.
what, you expect us to like having our face
1,000
ground into the
years,
dirt by
the
your
Holy
boot or
Siege
whatever,
Guard waged
and
war
lick
with
it?
dragons.
He's like, I expect you to weigh the costs. I expect you to consider
1,000
the
years of
alternatives.
sacrifice, of sorrow and hate,
Just
in which we
fully
bathed in the blood of
he's pretty
friend
good
and foe
diplomat.
alike. Had it gone on any
His
longer,
bargaining
we may well
posture
have
is
drowned.
highly dubious.
We'll see. Not bad bargaining skills for someone whose whole
Yet we
shtick
have
is about
chosen
not
to raise
bargaining.
ourselves out of this
We
bloody
will just
spiral,
take it.
and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the Twelve's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
He just dunked on Kenny Sana.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varis, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
He is cold AF.
Right.
He's a bad motherfucker.
Fucking ice cold.
He's way cooler than Xenos. Wow. say nothing to Xenos or the Asians. I might as well just kick off a war.
It's not even accidentally a war, I'm very purposefully starting a war.
Well, I just realized after asking Nanamo and her giving me two options that I was essentially being asked what I should get them to ask him. And then I realized that I got Lord Hine to grill him, so I was like, well, might as well get Lise to grill him as well. I'm gonna get Kenny-sana to grill him for intel.
Ah!
This ought to go
Kenny Sana can't do shit.
He's gonna run it. He's gonna storm out of this.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
Nanamo, don't show your underbelly. I don't think he will respect weakness.
I'll admit to your familiarity with our affairs.
Doesn't have that backbone now that Raban's doing his own thing.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rorga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of the star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures.
To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varis, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Gallian Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former Emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie. Your masters, demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
He does have a pretty good pitch,
You
even
want
though
to
it has
trigger another
Ascians.
half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable! Unconscionable!
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varis, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
We can defeat the Ascians as we are. Already killed a couple, bruh.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Damn. Well, that sit down worked out lovely. How is this quest not finished? Oh, it is. Alright. I've unlocked the Gimlet Dark. Oh well, I'm about to, I think. How long do you reckon the Gimlet Dark is? Just a regular dungeon?
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Oh, sorry, I knocked the mic up. Yeah, the normal dungeon.
A future built on a mountain of
Maybe we
bodies.
should finish this episode with that.
I too want the Ascians dead, but not
Because
at
then it's
any
like 2
cost.
quests for the last episode, and those 2 quests are probably going to go
last
for a
of the
billion
reinforcements from Dorma
I don't know how long these cutscenes gonna keep going for.
it will be enough.
Your ones.
Given the Emperor's
Yes.
state of
Are they
this
still
is a battle we
going?
can ill afford to lose.
Yes.
Have they been going for this whole episode?
Yes. Oh, I was fighting it like in the first
Oh yeah, true.
and 15.
You had it your 1v1.
My 1v1.
Combined strength. We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here, here.
I like Lord Hain creating a friendship with Reborn.
Right. Seems like perfectly logical as well. Makes perfect total sense.
Lord Hain's like, if it isn't within our power, we must seize it. And Reborn's like, we must seize it full stop. And just gives him a grin. What a champ.
God damn, yes he is.
That is bro-like camaraderie.
Not that they
I like
want.
that.
Not even my brother. But we all know who'll really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Yes, I am.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Oh dear God, do I actually have control? Am I back?
When our people
Oh my God, do it now, do it now, do it now.
I dare say
Oh, I'm
the
still in the
Eorzeans will
cutscene as
feel
well.
an ilm toll
Oh!
of themselves. High spirits have a
But
way of
I'm
spreading.
pretty sure once this cutscene ends.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not
We'll be
allow
off to
it.
the Gimlet Dock.
I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Hey, there's Pippin.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
Hell yeah, girl! We're gonna wreck those fools.
So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
Dude, you're gonna be the one that passes out, LSE.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
At least they gave her more screen time in this actual story. Oh. Now what happens? Is a war starting? Like, quest accepted. Gimlet Dock is now accessible. There we go. Nice. Alright. Well, whoops, wrong one. Ah, damn it, you're watching a cutscene. Ark, you fool.
Alright, I'm out. Now!
Alright, how do we do the thing? Oh. Yeah, I forgot we can just unrestrict. This ought to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, we're going to finish up to the point in this episode as well. So it'll be 2 quests for the final episode of Stormblood. Which will still probably go for ages, because they always do. I feel like it was either a vanilla story or it was like a post-game story, but I really tried to make the last episode just one quest, and it still went for 2 hours.
God.
Including the frickin' credits. Alright. Are we seriously... Yep. Okay.
Forward! Forward!
Oh nice, we did get a 50% increase.
Down.
Well, that's a pretty cool sight.
Thank ya.
Nice ropes.
Leave this to me.
These are my job robes from my Reaper, and they're like they come all black. I actually dyed them white.
They've got a if Zasalamel was cool vibe to them.
Right.
Oh, Zasalamel was pretty cool. To be fair.
He was just a dick.
I can't remember what his motivation was. I feel like they humanized him a little bit.
Yeah, but in 3 he was a straight dick.
Oh, that is the one I'm talking about. Maybe if you played the story with him, it humanized him? I can't remember. It was like... Or maybe it was like random story with Yoshimitsu. Who knows? Could have also been in that Way of the Sword shit too. Man, I hated that. Ooh, hey hey. First boss. Crushed him. That was a joke.
One, yeah.
Oh, goddammit. That's what I get for trying to take a shortcut.
Just, yeah, run, full, fuck it.
Might as well rush tank it. Everything's kind of a jerk. And I do have that sweet AoE. Well, actually, I have a couple of AoEs. Stuff for these guys.
I shan't hold back!
Well, they won't let me fight them. I wanted to save our troops.
Move the troops!
Oh, there's Lise.
Rush, tank, rush, tank.
Yeah. Treasure, treasure.
You mean the garbage creep, I guess.
Oh, the scorpion. What the
Ooh.
hell? Look at that. Is this the first time they've shown that? Because that is the scorpion tank from Final Fantasy XIV.
I think it showed up in a Stormblood dungeon as well. As a boss.
Well, it looks awesome. Oh, I thought they were giving us that Magitech gear for a sec. What do we have here? Oh, he's from Final Fantasy VI. When you're escaping the Empire. Crap.
Ow.
Yeah, I thought getting out of the way of that might be a good idea.
Goodbye.
Wow, we crushed that thing. Wait, like way easier than the place before that. I mean, the boss before that. I wonder if that set that I'm just throwing away is any good.
It makes you feel better. I am also throwing it away.
You underestimate me.
Alright, that's...
Hey, that is actually a pretty cool robe. But pass. With the power of my pressing the same button. Wow, this place really was not very, like, long.
No, oh my god, we got nearly done, holy crap.
It's not even that overtime for an episode, to be honest. Oh, there'll be cutscenes after. That'll be it.
That'll be what gets ya.
It'll all be set up for the final episode. I can't believe I get to go to a new capital soon.
Just new things again.
And then I can finally get my stuff to level up my crafters, because I can still only build stuff from Stormblood.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that's been a pain in the butt for a while. Oh my god. Is it final boss time? It might be. Interesting how it looks like there's Magicite in the ground. Magicite is when they would take like an Aeon or whatever and turn it into like a thing that can be used in battle. Julia, Quos, Orinaris, and Julia and Ania. I wish you could get their armor, or at least the helmets. Oh, it's like fighting Lydia and... Wait, what was her name again?
Livia and Ritalin.
Livia... Oh no, it's like Gaius actually. It's like fighting them if they ever actually hooked up. And she is dead. That was sad.
Yeah, come on. Right.
How long can a person have 1 HP? Ugh. I guess we gotta get away from each other. Got him. They were really not tough.
No, their fucking stupid face lock crap was more annoying than anything.
Yeah. I bet I could have soloed that, to be honest. That's pretty funny. It is kind of cool that they're adding more cast characters to like general positions in the Empire. Because they all have cool armor, let's be real. Surprised they didn't have red and blue armor, and it was just the helmets. obtained the jacket, you bastard.
Yeah, I was already gone. It's like, bye.
It's not too bad. But meh. Alright, 10 minutes. That wasn't so bad. We crushed that. Oh, here come all the cutscenes as we build up to the final quests.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Indeed. I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
Oh, and I can do another thing
while we
of
have the
class
chance.
quests.
Imagine the other surprise when
I
they
can
wait
finally
to
do
find
my
them
level
already
80
won.
class quests. Since I've been stuck on level 70 for so long.
Oh yeah, because you wouldn't be able to go to the new areas.
Yeah.
Only you can forestall the calamity.
Ah, so we've got to throw up in the gate.
Wide the gates.
To forestall the calamity. And then LSA is down for the count, I bet. Yep.
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right? Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
And it's all up to me, like always. Except, you know, those times when it's up to us.
I just think that is me with an asterisk. Eee! And others.
Here's Reborn. Five scions incapacitated. Return to the Rising Stones. Lovely. Ah, you dick. Of course I gotta go there to end the frickin' quest. Hell yeah. It'll literally be the Requiem for Heroes Part 2, and it's just 2 quests, and it's over. Then I can see what you were going on about when the series started.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Oh, that's being literal as well.
Yeah. But, I don't know, the forward momentum has been pretty good. And having new proper story as well is motivating. You'll have a bit of post-game stuff to get through for a bit before you have to start grinding stuff. And I'm hoping that maybe by that point they've released the next point update, and also I've pushed a decent amount through the story of Shadowbringers. Because then maybe by the time I'm doing the post-game, the new DLC will be out. And I can start Endwalker while you're doing that. Guess we'll see. Tataru. Is Tataru a scion?
Yes.
How come she hasn't passed out? There it is, the Face of War. Completed. That's another point. For what good is it for? That's probably an achievement. Or a title. Oh no, more cutscenes, really. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Oh, there's Xenos. Guess we're fighting Xenos in the next episode.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright. Let's see. Achievements. What did I get? What is it good for? Nothing. Oh. You can wrap up if you want.
Well, 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 so, with Shade a nut hair away from finishing Stormblood and me finishing up the campaign on Endwalker, progress! Huzzah! Warm fuzzy feelings. If you like what you've been seeing, like, comment, subscribe, and until the next episode, I am Ark, with me is Shade, and you're on DudeGoBack. Peace!
Thanks for watching.